it's hard to date spiritual people.
Same, same. I tried, and
Because I need an anchor. I need
yeah.
someone who's very strongly here in the physical world to pull me down because I might travel too far.
I
Yeah.
definitely, I'm 100% sure that I have met someone that is a male version of me in every way spiritually. Unfortunately, I did find that with this connection, as much as we connected so well and so easily, and we talked about it, was literally like a twin brother almost,
Mm.
except I do believe it could have been, we have many soulmates throughout life.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
but the problem was that the energies was as much as we connected, they were mismatched because
Mm.
we cannot both be all up there. One partner has to be as you said, an anchor, because otherwise it's not good to build something stable. Something long, kind of not even stable. It's just, and I see a lot of, which is interesting. I see a lot of spiritual women dating very down to earth people.
Man, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And I actually know one that lives in Ireland. She's a good. I think she's dating a like guy that has nothing to do with spirituality as well.
Mm.
So
No,
it's interesting.
I
Even though
tried.
she's super
I
powerful.
tried. Like that was my kind of dream,
Mhm,
to find a guy that we can both practice, everything
mhm,
spiritually together. And I don't know. It's also a thing with Western men
mm.
when they go into spirituality. I'd say 70% is because of the wrong reasons,
Yes, and then we know what these reasons are.
and it's usually the confidence and self-esteem thing,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
and the
or
sexual thing.
a sexual thing as well. Um, or
And
it is the from the character structure is this schizoid type,
mhm.
so the one that has tons of issues with connecting to the material world. So it's your typical guy living in mom's basement on the internet all day, and practicing spirituality because he's better
Yeah,
than everyone else.
yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
the
Because
world doesn't understand him, and the world is all wrong, and he has it all sorted, but when he needs to like go and get a job, he can't.
or you have the well-renowned spiritual gurus that prey on women mainly. I
Yes.
wonder why.
Ha.
I wonder why, because I've met one such person back in Croatia that claims to be this big spiritual guru and
Hmm.
looks like a spiritual guru. So
Yeah, of course you have
looks
to.
kind of
But
stiff.
the
And it's interesting that this person. Now, I don't want to look. I don't want to discredit anyone's abilities. I definitely believe he does have abilities. I can feel. I
but
can. I
what
can
is he
tell.
using them for? That's the
Exactly. The,
problem.
the thing is, he has amazing abilities. I do definitely feel he's got lots of power. But why is every one of your clients a young female? Please explain this to me. Why do you not stop? For example, he always stops people in the middle of the street and
Mm.
he talks their ear off, and it's only women. Why do you not pull a 6'2" huge guy off the street and you talk his ear off
Mm.
and you bring him for massages and Reiki? Why? It's very obvious.
Why?
So, like, yeah, I wonder why.
But this is our repressed sexuality that we have thanks to Christianity.
Mhm.
Again, like spirituality is like a very good conduit for um, getting anything that's stuck. But
Yeah.
then you would need to like have the tools to work with that, rather than like just getting that run loose and free, and you're like,
Free. And using this as an excuse to
let's let's
cheat and
sacred sexuality, we can all just have sex, and this is how we're gonna get to the enlightenment. You're just horny,
yeah,
mate. You're
you're
it's
just
okay.
you're just misusing your ability to deceive.
Call it what it's called. Like you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like you just want
You're
to have sex.
you're a Casanova. That's what you are.
Yep.
That's what it is.
It has nothing to do with spirituality. So it's the same way that Kashish also got annoyed with this,
Mhm.
that West got tantra into the Europe,
Hmm.
and just, ditched everything they didn't like about it and just kept the sexual part.
Literally, yeah,
It's
that's a
not
actually
about
good
it,
point.
it's not about poses, it's about sacred union between two people, it's not about like having multiple poses in the bed, like it's, oh my god. And I could bet you that every single one of our parents had that book at home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a thing back in the 80s. It was so
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, and like nobody knew anything, any spiritual side.
Aside the poses, yeah, that was
Yeah, it's
the
like, oh, let's
images.
do this pose. And like, oh, that seems cool. Like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
No, it's, you can see in a lot of like these cults that it revolves around sexuality, and sexuality is actually a big part of it. Either like in the Christian ones where, young girls are targeted, and it's like, ooh, I'm and many times, they would say like, I'm gonna bring you closer to God through this, or like, oh, we're now just gonna raise the sexual energy in the purpose of praising evil. And I'm like, wow,